What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Khansten, and today we are back at it with another Starcraft 2 replay. Today we are going to be reviewing and going over a professional matchup between two titans of their respective races. On the bottom right hand corner we have Generic Greenwings Maru. And on the upper left hand side we have Afrika Freaks Stats. You guys already know both of these players need absolutely no introduction. I mean, both are phenomenal players, have made lots of money on the StarCraft scene, right? So, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory that this is going to be a good game, right? So, it's pretty simple from that point on. But, you know, a lot of people have been saying good old Maru is washed up. I don't know if I believe that, though. I mean, the guy is still an absolute beast, right? Let's just not forget. He was literally the best Terran on the planet Earth. I still honestly think he is the best Terran on planet Earth, but some people are like, nah, he's washed up. Nah, bro, he's washed up. And it's like, bro, who the hell are you? But, I know Maru has had some problems recently with his, wrist. I know he's, has some problem with his shoulder as well. I think he got injured, so he's been going to the doctors like 3 to 4 times a week, which is actually a lot if you think about it. 3 to 4 times a week to the doctor is a good amount for, like, basically, I don't know, playing StarCraft. I mean, I forgot what like the exact bone is that they injure, bone or muscle. I forgot what it is, but it's one of those. Nice little micro there by Stats to delay that command center for as long as he could, you know. But Stats, on the other hand, I believe this is his final year, and then he goes to military. The Shield of Ire will no longer be with us. I hope he returns. I mean, hopefully the game is still alive 2 years from now. But yeah, I hope he returns back to StarCraft. I mean, during his prime, Stats was literally known as the Shield of Ire. Nothing got past him. Honestly, I wanted to see Stats play Zerg, because he's such a defensive and reactive player that I feel like if he played Zerg, he would be a lot better. He would have a lot more success. Not that he doesn't have enough success already. So, I don't know. It'd be interesting. Maybe he comes back and plays Zerg. You never know. But it looks pretty standard right now. He's favoring that Twilight Council build that Parting initially created. That literally can kill Terrans pretty easily, which I do love a lot. And I have been using it to kill, like, Terrans very easily. Couple damage Marines there. Not very much though. But the command center has finished. Orbital command immediately on the way. It is going to be a 1-1-1 build from Maru. Ooh, dirty, cheeky. Kind of a proxy starport there. It's kind of hidden, so that maybe Stats doesn't see it, you know. But I don't know. Stats is doing some pretty good micro right now. Let's see if he can maybe... He's using that Adept Shade as vision, which is pretty cool, I think. But, I mean, Fancy Micro will only do so much for you, right? You gotta actually have macro and skill behind it. But I wonder, is he gonna... Okay, it's gonna be a Hellion drop. I had a feeling it was gonna be something like that. Still, Stats is still picking up a couple Marines. I mean, that's always nice. He does see the Hellions. Maybe that prompts him that drop could be coming, but I really doubt it. I mean, Hellions is pretty standard. He is going to be making the classical 4 Hellions with medevac to drop into their Protoss base. Stats has no vision over here. Does Stats even have any vision of... Stats does not have much vision in general of their base. So, hopefully he can get some and scout it. But Maru is going to be flying in now with the medevac. Let's see how much damage he can actually get done, and let's see if Stats can actually defend this accurately. He is building a pylon right now. He sees it. Nice. There we go. Perfect. He is going to pick up the medevac, but let's see how much damage Maru can actually do. Already 3 probes are going down. 5 probes. Shield battery is in a good position to kind of choke the Hellions, but at the same time, 9 probes have already gone down, and all 4 Hellions are still alive. All 4 Hellions will lose their lives, but for the cost of 11 probes. See, now that's what Maru needed. He needed to do a lot of economic damage there. It took down 11 probes. The War Prism also lost all of his shields. Marines knowing the timing for that war prism, scouting it out. But Stats is now going to commence his attack with the Stalkers. I believe he has, how many units does he have? He has 8 Stalkers, which it's not an amazing amount, but it's certainly a decent amount. Does Maru have any tanks at home? He only has 1 tank, so if Stats pushes in right now, I think he could actually do a lot of damage. Second tank has been popped. He needs that observer. He needs to get onto the high ground. If he can maybe go around here, he can damage the refinery from this angle. Looks like that is exactly what he's going to do. He can probably pick off some SCVs too. Maybe he can actually probably even go behind the mineral line. Can he? He's going to take some shells, but he can take down both refineries, which is very annoying for Maru to have to deal with. And that really does eliminate any type of tank building during this process, but I think Stats is just going to head on home. But I think he's just going to have his presence be, Maru replacing Stats still being annoying, picking up those refineries. But with 3 tanks out now, I don't think Stats is going to... Oh, nice blink there. I barely dodged that. But still, I want to point out that there's no third base for Stats right now. I just saw him ping there. Maybe he is now. Now he is making a third base. Oh, wow. Really annoying for Maru here, even having to cancel his third base. Stats does blink in now, picks up 1 tank at the cost of 1 Stalker, which is, I think, a pretty good trade. I think he can blink in once more as soon as the cooldown's over. Pick up that second tank too. But with more Marines here, I don't think that's a very smart idea. But behind this, he is taking his third base, going for that Colossus deck, which has been so heavily favored. But Maru, on the other side of the map, making 2 Banshees, Banshee hit squad, and Stats, he has nothing. He's recalling his Stalkers now, but 12 probes, 13 probes have already gone down. Oh my lord, have mercy. 1 Banshee's gonna go down? Yeah. 1 Banshee's gonna go down, but at the cost of what? At the cost of 19 probes. Just look at this. 30 probes within the first 7 minutes of the game. See, that's the thing about Maru, right? Most Terran players would be like in that position, like being like restricted by Stalkers, would be like, oh crap, I gotta defend, right? But Maru was like, nah, I'm gonna go for some counter pressure. That will distract you from your base, which will make you recall, and I'll do a hell of a lot of what is it called? Economical damage as well. Very smart play by Maru there. Oh, what's going on here? I don't know what's going on here. We're having some technical difficulties, I think. But nonetheless, we shall continue. The Banshee is picking off more and more units there. I think 1 probe went down. 1 more probe. I think 1 more probe went down. Yeah. My headset turned off for a second there. Banshee hit squad once again in the main base, killing additional 10 probes. Maru, he is just everywhere, forcing Stats to move back once again. Another 18, 19, 20 probes have been taken down, and none of the Banshees have lost their life. 12 kills on that Banshee, 7 kills on that Banshee. Stats once again having to move back all the way back home. Just look at the worker supply, 30 to 47. Maru is still on 2 bases. Honestly, Maru doesn't care. He's like, yeah, you're moving up to 3rd bases, but you're still on 2 base saturation. He's not even on fully 2 base saturation. That's how bad it is. Once again, if you look at the units lost, 50 probes within the first 8 minutes and 30 seconds. That is crazy. That is so much damage. And Stats, his tech is, he's on 1 Colossus. I mean, what are you going to do here, my man? He's got 4 tanks. You are not going to push that. Please don't even try it, Stats. You're going to hurt my Protoss heart if you try to push that. He's going for disruptors. I think that is the right choice with someone who is making as many tanks as Maru. He's already at 5 tanks. Disruptors will really help with sieging them. But Maru, he's already on 53 workers. 3rd base has not finished 3 orbital commands. And Stats is only on 44 workers, which is about 2 base saturation. A little bit more. He needs to move some probes from here. He is about to be supply blocked. Basically, it's supply blocked. But it looks like he does want to push in, but Stats, I don't think you want to do that, man. Maru loading up a medevac. Did Stats see that? I don't know if Stats saw that. Like, if you look at it from Stats vision, Stats doesn't see much, right? What does Maru see? Maru scans, so he does see where the attack could be coming in from. But Maru has 6 tanks right here. I mean, I don't think you can get much done. 4 Prism flying in. The double medevac drop. The Banshee's still alive, roaming for more kills. One Banshee won't do anything against something with the shield battery. 4 Stalkers sitting over here to maybe deflect that Banshee. But this double drop, I think it can do a lot of damage, especially since most of his attention is on the other side of the map. He's getting +2 right now, which is a little slow. I think Maru has... Where's one of his units? I'll check upgrades, I guess. Maru only has 1-1. Wow, I actually thought Maru would have 2-2 by now, but I guess not. Recall was forced, so the double drop had to go back home. But now that Maru knows the stats is not on the side of his map, he can move out. He has a lot of tanks. How many tanks? He's got 8 tanks. Now that is a hefty force. 8 CG boys? Whew. Now that is something you cannot reckon with. I didn't see, yeah, he has charge. Okay, good. But this is kind of unfortunate movement for stats because he completely bypassed Maru's army. And once this army sieges up, it is going to be extremely taxing to take out. He's going to be losing a lot, but stats immediately getting onto the production of Maru. Maru should siege up. Disruptor hit. Decent disruptor hit there. But at the same time, the third base immediately falls. Stats at the same time is on top of the Terran's production, doing lots of economic damage to him. But Maru just sieging directly in the face of Stats. Stats is building a base right here. Stats, I think you need to build a base like right here. Oops. Like right here. Maru would not see that coming. But it looks like Stats is going to go for the third base. Third base of Maru needs to push in. Maru, disruptor shots. 2 tanks instantly picked off. Nice shot there by Stats. I think Stats needs to recall his probes as soon as this base finishes, but at the same time, Stats is trying to pick up the base. He does pick up the third base. The production is still alive for Maru, so he does have a chance here. He is still alive, but the second base has also been taken out. All of the technology for Stats has been taken out. The robotics facility, robotics bay. All he has is Twilight and Cybercore, so all he can really make are Stalkers. Nice disruptor hit there. He is going to pick up a lane once again. The Stats have 19 kills. That is a lot. Stats, effectively both players are going to be on one base. The only difference is that what's it called? The only difference is that Maru has all of his tech structures still alive. Stats lost the majority of his. I don't think you want to fight that Stats. The choke is not really good for you. He's taking a lot of shots as he's running away as well. But if this base can get up and mining, oh, Maru, you sneaky dog. He does see that base. At this point, I think Stats just needs to defend it. That Banshee coming back again. Hero Banshee with 12 kills. Maru sees the base. I think, like, if you look at the army supply, right? Maru is 102 to 84, and Maru's army is more teched. But if Stats can land the well-placed disruptor shots, he can win the game. Right now, honestly, it's any player's game. But Maru's setting up quite the surround here. I think you just need to go to your base and just start warping in. Alright, I think what Stats should do is he still has the Twilight Council. He has so much gas banked up that if he makes a Temple Archives, he can make like 8 Archons. He can make a crazy amount of Archons. Honestly, I think that might be the move because right now he's just sitting on a few gateways. He's sitting on 3 gateways. He is going for the Temple Archives now. It's like I'm talking to him real life. Nice pickup there, Mama. See, people say Maru's bad. Did you just see that pickup there? Like, that's so hard to do in the heat of the moment. Maru has so many tanks, guys. He's got 9 tanks. He's going to try to hit a disruptor shot. Immediately, a Stalker gets picked off. More reinforcement. Oh, he's pulling the boys. What is this? A flank attack by Stats? One more disruptor does get picked off. All the boys are going to... Oh, the boys did join the battle. That is not bad. I think Stats, if you just attack this army with all the sieged up tanks, with the Zealots, he might have a chance here. But Maru does have a lot of infantry on top of that. Just look at the APM right now. Spiking to 600 for both players. Stats desperately needs to buy time right now. The tanks are isolated. Stats hit him with the double-pronged attack. All the army is on top of the siege tank now. The Colossus doing lots of great splash damage onto all of the units there. The Colossus does eventually go down. It's mainly just Stalkers now. Stalkers versus infantry. I can't even see what's underneath there. It looks like there's just one tank left. Stats does prevail, but at what cost? Nice pickup there on the disruptor. He is going to push back this army. Lots of medevacs. Each unit has like their own medevac. But Stalkers are really bad against bio. Stats really needs to warp in some Zealots or get some sort of tech. Because at the same time, Maru, he's still making tanks. He is floating his main command center to his third base, so he is going to have like a base and a half of mining. Stats is only really on like one base and three patches. I mean Maru is basically on the same thing, but Maru is going to have a fresh base. And he is still constantly building. He is still building tanks. He is still building medevacs. Not that he really needs to. Well, he's not building medevacs. But Stats is now taking his third base again. Is that third base? I guess technically it is a third base. Finally, he is making some Archons with all that excess gas he had. This should really help him out in buffering against this Marine Marauder army. But nonetheless, this is a very neck and neck game. It's anyone's game right now. Stats does have the upgrade advantage. Actually, no, +2 was picked off. Oh my gosh, +2 was picked off. I thought Stats had +2, but I guess not. Maru must have picked it off when he was hitting his base. But this base is really critical. If Stats can hold on just for like a few minutes longer, but Maru is making lots of Marauders. He's making mainly Marauders and Siege Tanks, which is really critical right now because Stalkers just melt to the big M boys. Honestly, Stats, I think you need to make Zealots, man. You really need something to buff for Archons. They're good, but their range is really slow. And Concussive Slow is powerful. He's got 5 glowy boys. But the base has not finished. If he can just mine that, I say for like a minute or so. If he can get 1 or 2 Colossus out, I think he's in a great position. Stats, I think you need to make Immortals instead of Observers. Maru does scout now, and he does see exact positioning of Stats. Stats is on Maru's side of the map, trying to pin him back. Hoping that once Maru moves out, he can probably shoot him down. He's got 1 Disruptor and a Dream. Can he get the magical hit? Maru is paying attention? Maru's paying attention. Yep. You're not going to get that hit, Stats. Maybe on a lesser tier impairment, but at the same time, Stats is going to go for a counterattack. He does pick off a couple units, but Stats, you got to run. He recalls some of his units. The rest of the Stalkers are going to run away. Nice play there by Stats. He does run away there, as well as saving every single Stalker, and he does pick off that Siege Tank. Maru does run back home, so he is restricted back to his base. But Stats, he's slowly building up his it's 47 to 19 workers, right? Stats, I think you need to focus. Stats, the Disruptor! Disruptor does go down there. But still, there's a lot for Stats here. I mean, army supply is a lot closer. Maru is a little bit in the lead. But Stats has Archons. He's got a decent amount of Stalkers. I think he should start making some Zealots. But the Archons are doing a good amount of splash damage there on all of that infantry because they group up so close together. Does Maru know about this base? Yes, Maru does know about this. Maru is just scouting everything. Another attack right on his second base? Third base? I don't know what to call it. But it looks like Stats will not be able to defend this side. I think Maru has more invested in this side. I think his army is a little bit bigger. Recall walls already used. Maru microing on both sides of the map, picking off multiple units. These Archons are so slow. They're so tanky. But it's just not enough. Nice pickup there again by Maru. I'm saying Stats, he needs a lot more Zealots. This is such a close game. But Maru almost doubled the army supply of Stats right now. Stats has 50 more workers, but Maru takes the game with excellent micro. Oh my goodness, what a absolutely fantastic game by both sides. Maru just playing his heart out, microing 2 armies at once, splitting up Stats' army, and just taking the win, dude. He just played such a phenomenal game, and people say he's washed up. Like, does this look like a washed up player to you? Like, nah, you guys are just stupid. But guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, then like the video. Smash that like button. I'm watching you. Smash that thumbs up. And otherwise, guys, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I post Starcraft content 3 to 4 days a week. I'm doing Road to Masters, some co-op as well, along with some arcade. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see something specific. I'm down to cast that. Once I get a little bit bigger, guys, I do plan on doing viewer submitted matchups, so watch out for that. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.